TV. This is Shalini saying a big hi to you all. In today's show, we have a variety of segments to keep you fully entertained for next 1 hour. The gossips from the Bollywood entertainment industry will be there with some melodious Hindi, Punjabi and Tamil tracks. We have an interview with Julian Fantino, who was the former commissioner of OPP. We will talk about the Diabetes Awareness Month, and we will also have Deepak Gandhi of Sargam Musical Band and few performances of the band. So here is Raghavan speaking with Julian Fantino about his inclination towards politics.
Hello and welcome to our segment on politics. And in politics, we are going to be talking to the top cop today. November 29th is going to be by-elections in a few ridings here in Ontario, and we're focusing on the Vaughan riding. And Julian Fantino, the top cop, is running as the Conservative candidate in this riding. And we're here with Julian Fantino in his busy campaign office. Thank you for joining us today, sir.
My great pleasure. Thank you.
Now, first and foremost, the question that rings in everyone's mind, you've had a very, very long tenure as a law enforcement officer, as the top cop. At the end of it all, one would imagine, you want to take time off and enjoy the rest of your life, traveling or spending time with your grandchildren. But you've come on to take a more serious job as a politician representing a large riding in the House of Commons. What brought you to that decision?
Probably the many years that I've had the great opportunity and privilege to be a public servant in many communities here in Ontario, but also dealing with issues on a grand scope. When we talk about public safety issues, the whole dynamic of how we regard our immigration system, having been an immigrant as well and having served the apprenticeship of becoming a Canadian citizen, I feel that those lessons learned, the experience that I've had, I feel that I can present the best quality leadership, tangible, experienced leadership that can certainly well represent the citizens of Vaughan and more broadly the citizens of Canada.
Mm-hmm. Needless to say, you've had enough experience tackling a lot of issues as a police officer in many different cities across Ontario, and you've been the chief of 3 different cities as well, police chief, and of course OPP chief as well. Now, what are some of the strengths that you think you're taking into this job?
Well, basically my value system, my experience certainly in terms of having managed significant, large, very complex organizations, managing a huge budget, which is really the public's money, having proven over and over again that I can work across all sectors of community and society in a respectful way to address the needs, the hopes, the aspirations, and problem solve broadly with many aspects of humanity, if you will. I'm very much plugged in to understand not only the dynamics of a public safety mandate, but also the social and economic issues. I'm very cognizant of the fact that there are so many diverse people in this country with their own culture, heritage, tradition, hopes and aspirations. I feel that I've been able to bridge the gap, and as I said, my ability to be a well-rounded, well-experienced individual that can provide the kind of leadership that this country needs to be an integral part of the Harper team, taking this country forward as we obviously need to tackle the challenges that prevail. And I hope that I can make a valued contribution to that team and that effort.
Mm-hmm. Everyone knows who Julian Fantino is, but nobody really knows the personal side of Julian Fantino. Well, not nobody, but that would be the case, I suppose. Now let's talk about this human individual, Julian Fantino. You came to Canada at the age of 10. And Joe Warmington of Toronto Sun says you did not know how to speak English back then.
No.
So give us a quick run through of your life from 10 to 68.
Well, maybe I can start where I am today,
Okay.
and
go backwards.
And go backwards a little bit. First and foremost, today I feel I'm so blessed for the opportunities that this country has given me. As a brand new immigrant coming to this country without the ability to speak the language, 10 years of age, having to reconnect and make new friends and acquaintances, huge adjustments as well. Family being rather poor, but hardworking, very values-driven people. So what has happened to me over the years is an evolution of opportunities that have been presented to me with the great support of my family, certainly, and many friends and people along the way. That's why I feel that when you are blessed enough to reach the success, however you define that I've been able to achieve in life, I like to believe that we leave no one behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I have that understanding and that humanity. It's part of me, and of course it's part of my family history as well. Like, we've always volunteered and continue to do that, even with the busy life that we lead and have led. We've always found time to volunteer for worthy causes, community-based causes. So basically, aside from the professional development and opportunities that I've had, the thing that has enriched me greatly is the fact that I've remained connected. Connected to all sectors of society, including the homeless, the hungry, the destitute, the disadvantaged, the discriminated against, the people who are vulnerable, and have plugged in to make a contribution. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, basically. It's because of those early beginnings and my experience through many phases of life, earning my way as I have, with, as I said, a lot of support. You don't do this alone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't succeed in life alone. And I hope that I can continue doing that as long as my health holds out, of course. But I have a passion for public service. But I have an added reason to continue to contribute, and that is I believe in the policies and the challenges certainly that face society today, but I believe that we can do a lot better. We can do a lot better in the sense of providing the best quality economics that are available to people, Canadians, the safety and security issue and quality of life, and I think all of that has been my background. I mean, I can bring that forward in a way that I can best contribute going forward, and I intend to do that.